Remote work is not always what it seems. If you had a fully remote job, would you leave for a full-time job if it paid more? This is a discussion today we have about remote work in the workplace. Now, many of you, I'm sure, are working remote, and I know I have worked remote full-time, and I'll tell you, I don't think I would ever change it. I actually really like working remote. And there are a couple reasons why. Remote work is great because you get to be at home, you get to do whatever you want, you can go to work in your underwear, you can do laundry while you're doing that, you can get things done while you're at work. Whereas if you're at the office, because if you're at the office, there's a good chance you're not going to be able to get any of that done, especially if you're commuting. If you have a long commute like I always had, then you're in a situation to where you can't get anything done but the work. Now, that may sound great for the job and great for the company that you're working for, but actually what ends up happening is people just end up standing around the water cooler and just talking and chatting and wasting away the day when they really should be working. Now, for me, a major component of working in the office was stress. I did not realize how stressed out I was when I had to drive 1 hour every day, walk into the building, get to my desk on time, log in, and then finally, after I walked in and sat down at my desk, finally get to sigh and then realize I'm a half hour late. I get to work and then work for a while and then go, okay, now I need to leave, and now I need to go through rush hour, and now I need to drive for another hour just to make it home and find out that I missed supper. I find out that I missed all the after school activities. I find out that in reality, I was just kind of out of sync with everything, and all I had to show for it was some stupid paycheck I get every 2 weeks. So to me, just on the surface, my experience is that fully remote work is great for the lack of stress. Now, you do have to be a little bit organized, or you have to be willing to live with disorganization in order to be a fully remote employee. You have to set aside a space that's going to be your office. I know I have worked on my porch. I have had a little corner in my dining room that I call my desk, my work area. Or if you're fortunate enough, you have an extra bedroom, you have a spare bedroom that you can make your office area. So that is definitely one consideration you have to take if you're going to be fully remote. But the real crux, the real issue with remote versus fully remote, honestly has to do with your personality. Has to do with whether you're an introvert or an extrovert. Because here's what I have found. I have found that extroverts want to be in the office. They want to be around people. They want to be energized by being around other people. And they will find any dumbass excuse they can come up with in order to go into the office. And they'll say, well, I want to go in the office, so everybody else should go in the office too. And you say, no, I don't give a crap about going to the office. I'm perfectly happy and comfortable at home all by myself. And so we have this posting here on Reddit, and it's posted by _cat. And they say, would you leave a fully remote $47K per year job for an on-site $60K per year job with a 10 to 15 minute commute? Now, just to understand, if you got a 10 to 15 minute commute, that is super easy. And that's actually one of the better commutes that you could possibly have. So that's actually fantastic. When it comes to the pay, they're going from 47K to 60K. And, that's a good solid difference. It definitely breaks the 50K ceiling that a lot of people struggle to get over. So there certainly are some benefits from a money standpoint that help with that. But it comes down to your home life. What is your home life like? Are you married? Do you have a spouse? Do you have kids? Are people depending on you to get the work done? Are people at home depending on you to get them to school? And that sort of thing. So if you have people dependent upon you to accomplish things, you need the flexibility of being remote. If you don't have those things, you certainly are open to working in the office. Now, I've gone through this posting a little bit to try to figure out what kind of job this person does. If they're in the 47 to 60K area, there's a good chance that they actually don't have that great of a job. It probably means they have some BS customer service job or some insurance job or something where it's not that great and, honestly, probably not really worth a lot of headache. But the decision to whether to work at home or work remote is about skills. You always choose skills over money in your career. There is never a time early in your career where you choose money over skills. You always choose skills over money. And that is because as you build the skills one on top of the other, as time progresses, it pays dividends, it compounds. And so instead of just being flatline your whole life, it compounds on top of each other and moves you up through your career, going from one skill to another, from one job to another, and you actually get to advance. See, if you work a job where, let's just say you were a customer service rep somewhere, and then you take another job as a customer service rep, you have 2 data points that you're a customer service rep. The only thing that will ever get you is a better paying job as a customer service rep. And that is just not something that is actually going to help anybody in the long term. Now, this person does not say what their job is. So we don't know. Is this $60K per year a place where they like the person? Is this a situation to where they're going to learn a lot of new skills, that it's maybe a promotion, being in a management position? It does not say what the benefit is other than the fact that they're getting $60,000 a year. Now, just on the surface, if you have to choose and you have nothing holding you back, you should definitely go in the office. The most powerful benefit you can have in the workplace is likability. If people like you, if people want you around, you're going to get promoted, you're going to get nice raises, you're going to get all the opportunities. They can't like you. It's harder for them to like you if you're sitting in your underwear at home and maybe at most on the other side of a Zoom call. So being in the office helps you build those relationships. That's super important for building a career. So if we were just to take this at face value and just say, okay, which is better, going 47 to 60, you definitely want to move from 47 to 60 because that's more pay, slightly better paycheck. And this person is not in the pay rate yet where there's not a lot of difference. You're still going to see a significant difference in your paycheck between 47 and 60. It's going to be enough that you're going to notice. It's not like going from 70,000 to 75 where you're like, okay, I got an extra $20, I guess. This person is not in that situation. So just on the surface, this person should probably take the job. But again, always, always, always do the analysis. Figure out, are the skills, are the things that I'm going to be doing in this job, the things I'm going to be learning, are the opportunities valuable enough to make me want to commute? That's it for today. I'm 𝗚𝗵𝐸. This is 𝗏𝗵𝗀𝗀. If you have any questions, send me an email at questions@𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗀.com. And as always, choose skills over money.